Okay, for this week's sketch assignment, we are going to be drawing animals, realistic photos of animals using simple shapes. A lot of times kids will get overwhelmed when they see such a detailed, realistic photo, but what we're going to start to do is build our image using just simple shapes like circles, squares, ovals, etc. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the shapes in red so that you can see them on my picture here, but you do not have to do this. If you want to do this, you can print out your image and draw your shapes on top. There may be a program you can do this on your Chromebook as well. And then I will move over to my paper and I'll get started. With this assignment, it's really important, and with every assignment, it's really important that we build on what we've already been learning in class. So there's a rectangle. I see kind of a circle there, another rectangle. And it looks weird to begin with, kind of looks like a robot version, but you'll see how it starts to come together and how it's really just a starting point for us to get our drawing correct. So you can see now I've broken everything down into simple shapes. Shapes are a lot easier to start drawing than just a realistic detailed picture from the beginning. Alright, so I'm going to start with my head and I'm going to draw a circle. Just remember with this you need to draw light because we don't want to see our shapes in the end. It's important to still get our angles correct, so line your angles up with your pencil and then draw them, because if you don't get the angles correct, you're not going to get the animal correct. And siding is so important with this. I see that the width of this shape right here, or the length, is about the same as this circle, so I need to keep it the same so that when I draw the head of my deer, it doesn't look unproportional, which means not the right size. I see that if I draw a line from these two ears, they should be the same height, and this one should probably come up a little bit more like that. So I'm going to draw these over here. Like I said, it's a little strange to begin with. I think that this shape right here is a little bit larger than the shape of his head. So I'm going to maybe come down to there. And you can see that this rectangle here is at an angle. So I need to also put it at an angle. You can see how I lined my pencil up and just moved it over. You need to keep your paper though straight if you're going to do that. So you can see I'm starting to build the body here. It is looking a little strange to begin with, but that's okay. And I see this comes down just slightly further than that. And you can see that these two legs are pretty close here, so I need to be sure to do that. And also, this part of the leg, or these rectangles, are thinner than these rectangles, so I need to make sure to keep that the same when I move over here as well. This one comes slightly further down, so does mine. All these things, this is called siding, and getting your sight lines correct, getting your just looking at the shapes and how they relate to one another. You can see this shape right here gets really close to this leg, and it comes right below this circle. So I need to make sure to draw that down there. And you can see right here, when I drew this rectangle, it goes and it almost connects to this one, so mine should have done that too, so I need to fix that. Back here, I see kind of triangles coming out from these shapes. So I need to do my triangles as well. This one comes further down than this one. See how it does that? So mine should come further down as well. And just make sure to get your angles correct. And this is important. This leg turns this way because it's his back leg. So we need to turn it this way as well. And now we kind of have our robot looking deer. So now we go in and we begin to add our details, which I'm not going to add a whole lot of detail for this video because I don't want it to be too long, but I'm just going to soften my, oops, sorry y'all, soften my pencil lines so I can still see them, my shape lines. I'm going to put the nose right there. But the shapes are really important for helping you get the outline of your body started, because if you can't get kind of the basic outline down, it's going to be really hard to make it look realistic in the end. It's going to be really difficult to get all the rest of the details down. So you can see I'm starting to round these edges. Anything you draw from nature is not going to have real sharp edges unless you're like drawing a leaf or something and it's going to be on the end of it. But since we're drawing animals, most likely you're not going to have a real straight, sharp edge on the end. So that helped at least get us started. Of course, it might not be perfect, but, and this is kind of a new thing for a lot of you, but that's okay because we're just learning and getting started. Obviously, I don't want to leave those lines there for the knees. And I'm trying to keep it quick so that this video doesn't take so long. I'm going to put some grass at the bottom for right now. And with the only thing about covering, drawing your lines with a bright color, drawing your shapes with bright colors, I can't really see some of my details, but that's okay. Because it helped get us started at least. I'm just looking for you kind of understanding how to break down complex images into simple shapes. And my shapes might be different than what you have seen. Maybe you wanted to draw everything with ovals and rounded edges. That would have worked too, just as long as you kept them in the same spot, kept them at the same angle. And I'm just doing a really rough sketch right now, so you can see like I have a lot of sketchy lines. That is okay. I could, if I had more time, I'd go in and really make things more realistic. I'm not going to worry about my spots right now. But you can see that now I can really see the shape of the deer coming together. He's really got some large ears there. I think I should have made his face just, I see his chin comes down a little bit further, so I can make that like that. All right, so at least that gets us started, And this week what you're going to do is you're going to choose one of the reference photos online. You're also going to follow along with another YouTube artist and draw the seagull first. And then once you draw your seagull, he has a little tail back here, you'll go in and you'll do your own using one of the reference photos I've provided on Google Classroom. So this will be due next Friday. And if you have any questions, always try first on your own. And then if you have questions, you can ask me after. I can see here there is a space in between these legs right here, and I didn't put that in. So always go back and cite stuff. If it doesn't look right, it probably isn't right, and you probably need to go back and change it up a little bit more. So I at least got us started. If you have any questions, just come see me in class. And all right, there we go. Thank you.